Well, finally get a chance to sit. Been going pretty much all day. It's about 3 o'clock. My first beer since New Year's Eve, so cheers to that. Brought along some Gang Rosetta. It's an ale brewed with cherries. One of my top 5 favorite beers. Not the kind of beer you want to sit back and drink a whole bunch of because it's a little sweet. But I've got my fire going over there. I got my tripod ready. The Dutch oven is right here, and I'm getting ready to cut up all my vegetables. But before we start, I wanted to show you something that I'm super excited about. Cheers to that. I got a little wobbly chair right here. The sun's going down back here. I don't know if you've seen in some of these videos, I'll show you a glance of it, but I was fortunate enough to have one of my buddies let me stay in his cabin tonight up here in the mountains. So just a little solo trip, overnighter, heading up to Wintergreen Resort in the morning to do some snowboarding. But I'm excited to show you something. So my new cutting board, my sister-in-law and brother made this beautiful work of art for me to keep in my camp box. I'm going to use it around the house. It's so pretty, this black walnut. She even put Forest Adventures with Scott on there. So I'm pretty happy to have a piece of art to go along with my camp gear and the channel. You know, just something fun to enhance the channel, so to speak. That's what we wanted to hear all along. We'll raise it on up once the beef is cooked. Oh yeah. I like big chunks in a stew of onion. Look how good that thing cuts. This board, I just love it. I'm not gonna put much in now. Y'all know I'm big chunks of mushrooms in my stew. I couldn't slice them, might make 3 out of that. Some people cut the stems off of mushrooms. I don't understand why. I had a couple just go overboard, but it's okay. Why do people do that? I think they taste exactly the same as the cap. So oh my goodness. Good morning and greetings from Buffalo Mountain. We are doing a short 2.2 mile out and back on this trail. Buffalo Mountain is in Floyd County, Virginia. An easy hike that I've done before back in the spring with my brother. And I thought I'd come up here and do this short hike today. As you will see earlier in the video and later in the video, I've got 2 packed days of fun. And so the trail that I wanted to hike today before I planned on snowboarding tomorrow was the Rocky Knob Trail. And I plan to come back up in the spring and do that, bag that trail. But I knew that I would be spending 6 or 7 hours on the slopes tomorrow, so I didn't want to wear myself out too much. So I just chose a short hike up to the top of Buffalo Mountain, packed up some lunch to take up there, and I'll see you up there. Bye for now. All right, friends, we have made it to the top of Buffalo Mountain. I'm going to try and orient you guys as to what we can see from a distance. But first of all, I'm going to give you the 360. I'm kind of on a precipice, so I'm not looking to stop paying attention to where I'm stepping and standing. But as you can see on that panoramic view, I had 360 all the way until I got to that little bit of ridge line right there. So just to give you some idea of how far you can see out here today, it's absolutely gorgeous. You're probably not going to be able to make out these mountains, but I'm going to show you the general direction. So back there, try to put a finger on it. I'm sure it's obscured a little bit, but I can see it. That's Pilot Mountain in North Carolina. To the left of that would be Moore's Knob and Hanging Rock. And in this direction, our highest mountains in Virginia. There is Mount Rogers, and then close to that, way off in the distance, is White Top Mountain. So I picked a gorgeous day for this hike. It was about 26 degrees at the bottom when I started. I'm thinking it's probably about the same at the top. There's no wind, which is really cool. So we're at the top. Get settled in and make some lunch here in a minute. Peace. Okay. I think I want to have lunch over on that little thing over there. There are some other people up here, and I don't feel extremely comfortable filming with somebody 10 feet away. So let's give them some space. We're gonna climb down this little rock face right here and get back on the trail. So I'm trying to watch the ice there. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Fun scrambling, nothing hard, nothing dangerous. Okay, and we're gonna make our way over here. let's see how it turned out. Smells good. Can't wait to dive into those mushrooms. That's good. Kind of tastes like something I had when I was a kid. Almost has like a, I don't know, I mean, it's got the Asian flavorings and stuff like that, coconut milk and what have you, but it almost has like a kid's mac and cheese type vibe to it too. It's weird. It's not your top ramen, I can promise you that. Much better than that. Which, that cheap stuff has its place sometimes. I know we used to eat it on mountain bike trips and stuff like that just to get that salt back in our body because it's just packed full of sodium. This is good. It's I can't remember the brand or whatever. Nissan Roa. Artificial tonk Atsu flavor, whatever that is. But anyway, it's a beautiful day to enjoy a lunch on top of the mountain. So I'm gonna sign off for now, finish this, and then get back to hiking. All right, I know I'm gonna have some slide away. Right at the end, we'll put a little slurry in there. I've got some herbs I want to add to this real quick too. All right, last step in this stew is to make that slurry. So we're gonna do a little water and a little flour. Probably helps if this water's a little warmer. Go ahead and add the slurry to the stew. I might have made that a little too thin, but that's okay. All right, friends, I think it's a moment of truth. How did the stew turn out? It's been cooking for going on about 3 hours. It smells wonderful. It looks fabulous. So let's see. There's that other bay leaf. I scooped the first one out. Let's get that one out. I think that's a pretty good helping. What do you guys think? Does it look pretty good? All right. Let's see how the fruits of our labor turned out. It looks and smells fantastic. I tested the vegetables. They are nice and tender. So as you can see, the sun has gone down behind that mountain back there. The temperature has dropped a little bit. So we've had to add a few things during the cooking process. The It took me 3 hours to cook this stew, give or take. So without further ado, let's see how it turned out. Oh wow. There is something to be said about slow and low. I took the Dutch oven and about 3 or 4 times I lowered it into the flames, got a good boil going just to make sure these root vegetables cooked really good. Oh my goodness, the flavor is incredible. The meat is tender. The slurry could have been a little bit thicker, but other than that, it's solid, really good. The chunks of mushrooms, perfect. I'm excited about doing more things with that Dutch oven. I'm definitely excited about making a cobbler over an open flame. Possibly some Italian dishes. I've seen people do lasagnas and pastas and stuff like that, but I thought a stew would be a good first go for that. So this is my first time using a Dutch oven over an open flame, and it turned out magnificent. Won't be my last, that's for sure. Now I've cooked chilies over open fire, and I've cooked a steak over an open fire, but this is my first Dutch oven cook, so very exciting. Now I'm going to sign off and enjoy this stew. Good morning, greetings from Wintergreen. So far so good. It's a nice morning, a little bit of cloud cover. It's okay. The conditions are fair. There's definitely some icy spots and quite a few patchy spots. Kind of surprised that they're not making snow this morning, but it's Monday, so there's no crowds, so you can get in as many runs as you want to and call it a day. So I got up about 5:30 this morning, left the mountains of Floyd, and made the 3-hour trek up here. I'll probably stay till about 2 o'clock and head on home. But yeah, so we're gonna enjoy our time here, and not gonna get a whole lot of footage here. So signing off for now.